Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to keep your New Year's resolutions. So if it's your first time on this channel or your first time seeing my face on YouTube, I'm Alexis from flexisfitness.com, and I'm a personal trainer with over 6 years of experience in the health and fitness industry. And I've helped hundreds of women get and stay in amazing shape all year round. So in today's video, there are three main points that are all built up on one another, and it's super important that you watch through it all and that you stay right till the end, because I'm sure there are so many surprising things that you'll learn, and you'll be taking notes on the different techniques on how to keep your New Year's resolutions going. So before we get into all the different techniques that you can use to hit your goals and resolutions, it's important that you set your goal first and that you're being realistic with it, because your goal will be what you are working towards. So that's why it's important that you set it first. In yesterday's video, I talked more about creating goals and resolutions. So if you missed it, I've linked it in the description below, so be sure to go check it out after. And also, I'll be posting new videos daily in hopes of helping those starting off on their fitness journeys. So be sure to subscribe to this channel to learn something new every day. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is being realistic with your goals, because we don't want you to become overwhelmed and quit. So let's take the example of starting to exercise. So it's really hard to go from 0 to 6 workouts per week. So you'd want to give yourself a target such as 2 to 3 times per week where you would go to work out at the gym, because that's an achievable goal. Same thing with telling yourself, oh, I'll spend 2 to 3 hours at the gym. You wouldn't want to think that way, because again, that's not realistic and it's also a complete waste of time. So you'd want to tell yourself, I'll get to the gym, I'll put the work in, and I'll be spending a maximum of 1 hour. Because again, that's an achievable goal. As the Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. And this is one of my favorite quotes because it's so true. It's our small habits that we do every day that add up and make us who we are. So that's why it's important to say something to yourself like, I'll get to the gym 2 to 3 times per week, because that's achievable and you'll get into that good habit, and then you'll build up from there. So let's get into our first building block, which is creating a plan. So you'll want to make sure that you're scheduling things in. So for me, I like to take Sundays to look at my week and set up a schedule for myself. So I know I have X amount of workouts to get in, and I know what's already planned for my week, and then I schedule my workouts in accordingly. And this helps for me to stay accountable to myself, because it pushes me to get to the gym, because I know I have to show up and get that workout in. Always keep in mind that if you do miss a workout, you could always go and do it today. So it's super important not to sit back and beat yourself up over missing a workout, because life does get in the way sometimes. But the important thing is for you to go and show up today and get that workout in, because we don't want things to spiral out of control and for you to quit. So this will allow you to create momentum and allow you to look back on your week and say, yes, look what I accomplished. Even when I didn't feel like going to the gym, I still went and got my workout in. The second building block is holding yourself accountable. So you could do this by telling people about it. So talk about your goals. Tell your friends and family how you're going to achieve that goal. Because by talking about it, other people are going to know what's up, and that's going to hold yourself accountable. Another way to hold yourself accountable is by having an accountability buddy. So working out with a friend, because you'll hold each other responsible and you'll push each other to go to the gym. Now, if you're already following one of my workouts, then you know that I'm your accountability buddy and I have my eye on you through the app. And if you're looking for an accountability and you can't find one, then you could always reach out to me by commenting below or emailing me, because remember, I'm here to help you. Another technique to hold yourself accountable is the reward and consequence system. So this comes from the world of psychology, and it basically is choosing a negative and positive reinforcement to push yourself. So for example, you would choose something that you absolutely hate doing. So for me, I hate taking cold showers. So from there, if you don't complete your habit, then you would have to go do what you hate. That's your negative reinforcement. So for example, if you miss a workout, you'd have to go take a cold shower. So there have been many days where I don't feel like doing something, but then I end up actually doing it, because in the back of my mind, I know if I don't do it, I have to go take that cold shower. So it really works. On the other hand, you would have a reward for the times that you do succeed on following through with your habit. So as you know, there are many things that you do throughout your day. So obviously, you can't be rewarding yourself throughout the day. For example, if you choose something like chocolate as your reward, you can't be eating chocolate 6 times per day. So you would want to reward yourself either at the end of the day or at the end of the week. So for example, some rewards could be choosing a fun activity to go and do that you don't get to go do often. So something like going to get your nails done or going to the spa or getting a small gift to yourself here and there, or chocolate, which is my reward. So this is great because this will keep you motivated and will keep you happier because you're actually succeeding at following through with your habits, and you know that you deserve that reward because you completed those habits. The last building block that we'll be talking about today is identifying your triggers. So a trigger is something that sets your habits off. So it could be good or bad, but let's take the example of chocolate. So for example, if you know that chocolate is something that triggers you to, like, you see chocolate and you start eating all of it, then if you leave chocolate out on your kitchen counter, you know that's going to be something that's going to trigger you and set off your good habits that you're developing. So you'll want to make sure that you find healthy substitutes in your house to replace that. So you'll want to do this by cleaning out your house and identifying those triggers to make sure that they're out of sight and out of mind. This way, you won't be tempted by these triggers, and it will also be a lot harder to get in your car, drive to the store, and then go buy whatever you're craving. Now, since we're all human, your trigger is going to get set off, so it's important to swap bad habits. So for example, if you do start craving chocolate, instead of reaching out and having a handful of a bunch of chocolate, try having one or two and eat it slowly. And you'll quickly realize that this will satisfy your craving and it will make you feel happy because you're not depriving yourself from it, but you're not overdoing it by eating all that excess of chocolate. This leads us into our final point, which is setting yourself up for success. So you really gotta know yourself for this one. So for example, if you know that you're a night owl, but your gym closes at 6 p.m., then that's not really gonna work over the long term. So you'll need to find another gym that works for you. Same thing goes if you're somebody that likes to snack a lot and gets hungry throughout the day. You'll want to make sure that you're well prepared and that you have healthy snacks lying around so that you could just reach out and grab those. So something that I like to do, because I do like to snack a lot, is that I make sure I cut up all my veggies and fruits and I put them in containers. So that way, if I'm in a rush and I need something quick for me on the road, I could just grab those containers and I'm set to go. As you can see, it starts off by setting a goal to work towards. So I hope you've done this already for 2019, but if you haven't, then don't forget to check out yesterday's video where I go over how I create my overall life goals, including fitness. So once you've set this goal, then you'll want to create a plan. So that was step number one. Then you'll want to hold yourself accountable and do everything in your power to stay on track. So we covered a lot of different tips and tricks in today's video, so I hope that they help you. And if you need to go back and rewatch, don't be shy. And also, if I forgot anything or if you want to add to anything that we talked about, be sure to comment below, as this will help everyone. If you can think of 2 to 3 friends who could use this video to help them stay on track with their goals, then be sure to share it with them. I'm trying to help as many people as possible to get and stay on track for 2019. So that's all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.